Hi. Um, uh, Today we're talking about creating habits, about action plan. We've come to the point where we need to um, be more, even more strategic with our practice, with our activities, which means that we need to be consistent, relying on an action plan. I can't stress enough how important habits are in life in general, especially when it comes to language learning, because we need spaced repetition in order to consolidate everything we've learned, everything we've acquired, or whatever it is that we were doing, working on. We need to practice, but not use some random practice like just, oh, I'm working on my English, I'm just doing something, I'm doing some exercises. It all needs to be super relevant to you, to your needs, to what you are doing, and to what you are going to use English for. So we need to create habits. It means that we need to do something in English every day. It's much better to maybe work on your English 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 10 if you have time every day, than just once a week spend 2 or 3 hours doing some random exercises. Okay? So why? Because our brain needs some time to consolidate everything. It adopted, let's say, everything it took in. So it needs some time. And this spaced repetition is what will help you automate some of the process. So when some of the things we keep repeating, some of the activities, think about the activities you do every day. They've most of them have become automatic, so you don't even think about them. You just perform them. You just do them. Well, that's what we want to achieve with your English. Not to think about how to say something, how to explain something, which grammatical structure to use. We want to work on autopilot. Our brains love that. So we want to make it automatic, not think about it. And we can do that if we create habits, new habits. Small habits are very, very powerful. So we'll start with them right away. Let's just recap what we've done so far. We've defined our needs, analyzed our strengths and weaknesses. We learned how to use them to our advantage. We learned that we need to prioritize, and we learned how to prioritize, because not everything is equally important, and we don't need everything in order to speak a language effectively. Then we learned how to set SMART goals and start creating an action plan for those. And now we are going to go deeper into creating action plan with exact exercises and creating habits while using targeted practice. And in the whole process, we need to be consistent. So this has to become part of our life. You don't just learn a language and get over with it. You never stop learning a language, because languages change, and we need to adapt. We need to be present and pay attention to new trends. So we need to make it a part of our life. The English you need to remember this. I keep repeating it. English is not a subject to be studied. It's a skill to be mastered, which means in order to be mastered, it must be used frequently as possible, so that you can create a habit of it and do it automatically. Think about any other skill you've mastered, anything you're really, really good at. You've done it millions of times, right? And now when you do it, you don't even think about how you do it, why you need to do it. You just do it. It's become automatic. And this is what we need to do with your English as well. So first steps on this journey are introducing English into your schedule and use targeted practice, because once again, random exercises are not really a waste of time, because something will stay. You will remember some part of it, of what you've been practicing, but you will need much more time to use any of that effectively than if it's really targeted practice related to what you need. And if you have some feedback from your language coach, teacher, it will be even faster, because the language coach or teacher, the teacher will show you, will point out the weaknesses that you may not be aware of. And you will start correcting them sooner. I always say small habits lead to big results. So this is the power of small habits. It's really amazing how much we can do if we are consistent in our efforts. As I said, 3 minutes every day is much better than half an hour, 1 hour once a week. Okay? Now, let's get straight to the point. I'm going to suggest a couple of activities that you can use. This is some targeted practice that I keep talking about. However, I don't know you personally, so I am just giving you some suggestions that I give my clients and that work really well with them. But I need to know you in order to give you even more targeted practice. So please keep in mind that it is still too general, let's say, but you may find some of these may resonate with you. You may find some of these useful. So that would be great if you can use these suggestions in your daily practice. So this is what you can do on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. There are some exercises you can do. And then on weekends, you choose, okay? Now, it's very important to set some time. So block some time in your calendar for these exercises, because our brain likes to see small chunks. So if it says, okay, 5 minutes, you say, oh, need to practice English. And when you look at your calendar and you say, oh, okay, it's time, 5 minutes, I have to block 5 minutes for English. Well, it's you're more likely to do it than you just say, oh, I need to practice, I need to do something. We never do if it's not written down. So on Mondays, you can listen to the news. On Tuesdays, you can read a short article. maybe even a short paragraph, maybe 1 or 2 chapters from a book. On Wednesdays, you can keep a journal, a diary. On Thursdays, you can watch a video. And on Fridays, maybe write a short report of what you've done, or maybe not write, maybe record yourself talking about your week or whatever. Okay. Now, in my live sessions, I give exact exercises for each one of these in accordance with the client's needs, time, and problems, let's say, and of course, goals. So this is just, like a couple of general ideas, as I said. So listen to the news, any news really, but without trying to understand anything. Okay, so this is what you can do. Let's go into detail. So listen to a podcast, a video, or the news, or something similar without even trying to understand it. Maybe while you're cleaning your house or doing something else. So 5 to 13 minutes. So you have to block some time. There are numerous benefits. It's effortless. So, and you're absorbing the intonation, the sounds of the language, the patterns of the language. You're being exposed to the language. Your brain is in this relaxed mode, and it works best when it's in the relaxed mode. And you will be surprised how much you will remember. Okay, so it's just absorbing things. And at one point, as you will just say, "Oh, I didn't know I knew this." Well, that's why. So you are actually, there are a couple of other things you can use with this practice, but this is a very, very easy and effective activity. So I hope you like it. Then on Tuesdays, maybe you can do something else. I suggested a different activity, but then again, you can maybe listen to a podcast, a video, or news, but this time focus on one thing. Maybe focus on some nice expressions, or just try to catch them, or maybe, I don't know, focus on the tenses used, focus on the prepositions only. So choose one part of grammar to focus on. This is important because you're training your brain to focus, to pay attention, and you're creating the habit of paying attention to everything around you. So, and again, your brain is calm because it knows it doesn't have to catch everything, just some points, some parts of what you're listening to. Again, it's relaxed. Again, it's going to hear much more. Okay, so this selected focus is very important. On Wednesdays, you can repeat what you are listening to. This technique is called shadowing, which means that you can imitate the speaker. Just repeat after them. Don't try to understand anything. Just repeat the sounds, repeat some expressions. You will not be able to hear everything, but you can repeat a couple of things, not words, expressions. So in this way, you're practicing the sounds and the intonation of the language by imitating the speaker. You're also repeating grammatical structures. You're improving your vocabulary and grammar with no effort. Once again, no pressure. So your brain will absorb much more because there is no pressure. Again, you can use some additional activities with this, but this is pretty much it. On Thursdays, you can talk to yourself, okay, about what you heard or read. This is called paraphrasing. So you say, okay, I talked about this or with someone, or I heard this and that. Now you are actually using the language. And this is the whole point of everything we've done so far. The most important part of mastering a skill is using it. So you're selecting important words, again, repeating grammatical structures, but you're actually articulating everything and you're focusing on everything. And this is our ultimate goal, to use what you are doing. Again, you can create systems. This is what I do with my clients. We create systems to facilitate this and to be even more confident when we speak about something. And on Fridays, for example, you can listen to jokes. So again, or read a joke. It's an excellent practice because when you are analyzing a joke, you're analyzing the grammar, the double meaning, the vocabulary used. It's real language. And you cannot translate jokes literally, which means that you have to understand the logic of the language, the logic, or the mentality of the people speaking the language. So it's fun. Again, your brain is relaxed. So now you get it. Whatever you're doing, your brain needs to be relaxed. So this is the whole point of my work on neuro-language coaching in general. You always we try to find the best environment for you. So we need to relax you and your brain in order to absorb more. And if it's absorbed in such a relaxed way, you are going to remember it forever. That's the whole point. So again, this is a very good exercise you can do. And as you could have seen, I selected a couple of exercises with 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 10. And it's enough. So take a look now at what we've done. For 5 days, we've been doing something in English, different activities, different focus every day. So by the end of the week, we've covered a lot. And then on weekends, you can just choose some activity or simply relax. So to recap, whatever you do in English must be relevant to you. It must be targeted and meaningful. You need to prioritize and be strategic if you want to achieve faster and long-lasting results. You need to know what you need and how to achieve it, but you must enjoy the process using the right approach, because if you're enjoying what you're doing, you are relaxed and your brain absorbs much more. So this is it. I hope these suggestions were helpful. You can explore your other skills and your preferred way of learning, what you like, what you don't like, and try to implement those into your learning strategy. So whatever you do, be strategic. Don't just do exercises in English, do some targeted exercises. I hope this was helpful. Now, if you have a couple of more minutes today or this week, try to create your own action plan and select a couple of exercises based on what you believe you need to practice and work on. So thank you for watching this, and see you around.